Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Lisa, the Whimsical Gardener. So on today's video, I am starting the holiday decorations, and I'm starting with the front of my subdivision. So up here has the mailbox, and my thought is I'm going to do some winter container with greenery that I cut from around the neighborhood. So this is going to cost me nothing. The pots I already had from home. So I'm going to go ahead and start that process. Let's transform the front of our subdivision for the holiday. If you can like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, share with a gardening friend too. So let's get started. Let me show you a little bit of what we have planned for today. So this is the front of the subdivision, and my thought process is I'm going to do a winter container on the mailbox and two on the side there. And then I want to do the wreath on the door as well. And then I'm going to head to the front part of it where I'm going to do the garland to the front as well too. I'm filming from the back part of the mail house because it's the road is kind of busy. But went around and I cut some greenery. So I've got some juniper there. There's some holly that's there. Cryptomeria, I believe, is what that one is. And I get some arborvitae over there. I've also got some pinecones that I foraged as well. So let me set up the camera and we'll get started. Alright, got me some juniper. When you're cutting the hollies, just be careful with them because the leaves are super prickly. I want to say this is cryptomeria, but this is my favorite to decorate it. Again, use the gloves because it's super prickly, but I love how it falls in container. So yeah, one of my favorites. So when you design a container like this, what you typically want to do is make sure that the soil is moist. So make sure that you can, if it's kept moist, it helps with keeping the greenery greener longer, if that makes sense. I'm filming this, I want to say this is November 22nd or so, and guys, it's like 70 degrees. It's so hot. So this is so unusual for us. So I'm going to start with my basics first. So I usually do my filler pieces, which I normally take the cryptomeria. I really hope I'm calling it the right name, but isn't that beautiful? I'm going to take that first and fill that in. Now this drapes, so what I'm going to do is make sure that I have the draping habit. And I'm making this the front of my container, so I'm intentional when I'm designing it. And all I'm doing is I'm just sticking this directly into the dirt, and I'm making sure that I'm putting it a little bit deep because if the wind blows, I want to make sure it doesn't blow out. Alright, so I think I got my first layer in. Maybe I'll do one just right there. I got my first layer in. So now what I'm going to do, hopefully you can see this properly. Now I'm going to go and fill in with my juniper. And there's no rhyme or reason, I'm just like spacing them out, and then I can go in and fill them in more. Sorry guys, I hope you get the light is okay. So basically what I'm doing now is I'm just layering in more and more greenery. Now the back part of my container needs some more volume. Okay, let me just take a look from the front, see how that looks. I think I need a little bit more cryptomeria on this side there. And then maybe a little bit or more on that front. Okay. Wow, that looks pretty. Yeah, we need a juniper right there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and layer in my, what would you call it, the holly? Careful with these, the leaves are super thorny as well too. Alright, so I think that might be it for this container. Let me show you guys what I did, and then I'm going to go ahead and start adding the, what do you call it, the pine cones. Oh, the lighting is horrible, but you can see how I've layered everything. We may need to come back and see the finished product at the end of the day. Realize that this container needs maybe a little bit red in it. So I went home, got a few sprigs of got a few picks that I have just lying around. I'm not gonna do that much decorating this year indoors, so I figure why not use these here. So got some like iceberry holly looking thing. I don't know what you call these things, guys. So got lots of those around the house, so I figure I'm gonna start with that first. And then I got some of these like iceberry picks. And then I'm gonna go in with the pine cones. Alright, I think that should be it. Now what I did was I took the pine cones that I forged. What I did was I took paddle wire and wrapped it around the outside, and then I just made it into a little trio. So now I'm going to do a little cluster of pine cone. And I did them in groups of trees, so that way it's more impactful, because the container, when I bring you in a little bit closer, it's a huge size, so putting one single pine cone may not be that impactful. So that's why I did them in clusters of 3. Alright, so I think actually I'm done, you guys. Let me bring in a little closer and show you. I'm gonna have to come back out when the lighting is better. It's looking really good. I'll come back out when it's a little, the shadow isn't so harsh. Sun went down for a quick sec, so I figure I'll show you all stage. Oh my goodness. Guys, I'm super proud of myself. Look at that container. Super cute. Look at the pine cones. Now I could go all natural and just keep just the greenery, but I think the pop of red is really great. Now I'm pretty sure for container number 2, I'm gonna have to go cut some more greenery, because I did use a lot in this container. Guys, it's looking so beautiful. So festive. And seriously, had a container already, had the berries at home. Pine cones are free, greenery free, amazing. All right, let's go container number 2. All right, I ran out of the cryptomeria, so I need to go cut some more, and I'm pretty sure I need to cut some more juniper as well. All right, back at it. I got some more cryptomeria, so let's start building again, and picked up more greenery. So this is going to be my front. And what I'm doing, one of the things you can do is, when you're designing with this, is look at the natural curve of the branch and use that to your advantage. So for example, like this one here is curving towards the front. I can use it like this if I need to, so it naturally curves. Just coming back in front and just making sure there's a good shape to it all. Alright, so I think I'm done with cryptomeria and juniper. Now I'm gonna add the holly. So I think I have a good filling here of greenery. Now I'm going to go and add my berries. And let me just space this one a little bit differently there. Last one over here. Now I'm going to finish up with my. Alright, so pot number 2 is done. The lighting is harsh. I'll come back when it's a little bit not that harsh. And so looking good so far. So now I got to do the top on there, and I'm thinking of maybe doing a swag, but it might be a little bit too much. We'll see. So for this one, I'm gonna design it from on top of the mailbox, and I figure turn the pot correctly. I'll use that as a front, so I'll turn it around after I'm done. I think I barely got enough of the cryptomeria. So I'll go in now with my juniper, because I'm going to use majority of juniper with this one. You guys, you know what the bad thing about this is? I'm so short. I can barely reach it. So my thought process is in the middle. I'm going to do a juniper display in the middle, just because that one stands up taller. So cryptomeria coming down, and then juniper on top. I'm going to do a little bit of work now on the back part of the container, because this one will be seen from all sides, but now that I have the front done, I'm going to go ahead and focus a little bit on the back. Alright, so I'm done with the greenery portion of it. So you could technically leave it as is if you want, because that alone looks amazing. But you know me. So I'm not going to do the holly for this top one, but I am going to do the ice berry and then the pine cones. Now I don't have the same type of the one that's all red, so I'm going to use this one instead, because they're all the same. I got 4 sprigs of that, so that should be good enough. Alright, hopefully you can see what I just did. Let me move a little closer. You guys see? And now what I'm gonna do is let me go put the pine cones on it. This part is technically the front, so I'm gonna try to do a lot of pine cones. For this, I'm actually using the smaller pine cones because it will fit better scale-wise. Should I do that? Let me just play around with it and see. Oh, or larger ones. You know what? The larger ones looks better. Alright everyone, this is all done. Lighting, not so good you guys. But look at this. Beautiful. Alright everyone, trying to film this really fast before any cars come. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, share with a gardening friend too as well. I think it came out really well. Until next time everybody, happy gardening.